Hey, how's it going everyone? So let's do a quick overview of everything we will be covering in this course. So we'll start off with our introduction. We'll talk about what is Appium and the advantages of using Appium. Then we will move on to WebdriverIO. We will talk about what it is and why is it so popular. After then, we will move on to begin our setup. Now there's quite a bit of initial setup work we will need to do. We will set up our machine for Mac OS and for Windows. Then we will do our Appium related installation. And finally, we will do our setup and configuration for WebdriverIO with Appium. Now this is where the fun part begins. We will start writing tests for Android and iOS applications. We will understand the different syntax with WebdriverIO. Then we will learn how to find elements in Appium Inspector and then how to write them in our code also. We will also fail our test to look into different error messages we get so that we have better understandings of how things work by looking at our logs. Now keep in mind we will be writing tests for both Android and iOS applications, so you will have experience writing tests with both of them. After we have learned how to write tests, we will move on to learning about how to write tests for our native features. So here we will cover things like working with alert boxes, how to do scrolling, whether that's vertical scrolling or horizontal scrolling, how to work with picker view in iOS, and how to access packages and activities in our Android application. So once we have covered basic tests and working with native features, we will use all of this knowledge we have gained on a real application that's deployed on an app store. So we will repeat all of the things such as download and setup of the application, writing tests in a new application, as well as learning about some of the nuances of working with real apps versus a sample application. Alright, so from there we will look into how to set up our framework with WebdriverIO. We will cover topics such as setting up our folder structure, auto-completion, Babel, linter, and so on. So we will not only be looking at how to set up our framework, but also how to improve our overall development experience as well. We will also look into how to cover page object model or screen object model for mobile automation. And then we will even look at how to optimize our framework by taking advantage of shared configuration for both iOS and Android applications, as well as how to take advantage of hooks. Finally, we will dive onto some advanced stuff such as BrowserStack and GitHub integration. So we're going to set up and run tests in BrowserStack. We will also secure our BrowserStack credentials by creating a .env file. And then we're going to plug all of this with our CI using GitHub Actions. So anytime we're going to push a change, it will trigger test in GitHub, which is going to run test in BrowserStack. And at the end, we're going to be able to see our test results in GitHub. So there you go guys, there's a lot we have in this course that will get you up and running with mobile automation. I hope you guys are excited to add an additional skill to your skill set. And by the way, I will also be going ahead and adding more content to cover various other scenarios as well, so that this course is always up to date. So go ahead and enroll in this course if you haven't already, and I will see you inside.